Hello, hello, good people. I'm Chris, and today I want to talk about something that trips people up right when things are going well, right? So, adding too much too fast. I mean, we all want a crazy sizing, right? And we all want a crazy sizing like yesterday, yesteryear, yesterweek, what have you. Anyway, growth feels good, momentum feels exciting. But overextension is where many people undo progress. If I was to think about it, let's say, look at it sort of like this, right? If my net worth, right, if my net worth is $25,000 or $50,000, somebody might look at that and frown, oh, that's nothing. Well, you don't know what I had to do to get there, right? But if my net worth is 25,000 or 50,000, then I'm probably only going to be able to invest a certain percentage of my actual net worth is, right? So overextending is trying to invest whatever your net worth is. Okay, you might need to look up what your net worth is, right? When I say look up, you need to figure out how to get your net worth. That's another video, right? And you need to figure out what your net worth is. Again, that's another video. But again, if you don't know what your net worth is, I was watching quite a few people that I followed this week. Always watching somebody. One, supporting. Two, growing my knowledge. Right. Always doing that. So anyway, he was talking about how much of your budget should be for an automobile if you need transportation. Right. It's a certain amount of whatever your gross income for the month is, how much you should be spending on a car. Granted, most of us do it however we want to do it, but properly taking care of your funds would be to budget it and know how to budget it. So a lot of us are overextended on what we spend on our transportation, or overextended on what we spend on our home, on our residence, and that is why we have no money to invest. So if you don't understand what your net worth is, if you don't have any idea of what your budget is, it would be very easily to overextend yourself in investing. Well, what do you mean overextending yourself investing? If you invest money that you're going to need next month, next week, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 4 months from now, you more or less, you just wasted your money because the market moves how the market is going to move. Neither I nor you can control that. So if you go and put in your rent from 2 months from now into the market and the market goes south, now you have less than what you put in, and you now need it back just to pay your mortgage, and you're on the short end because, okay, so that's a little bit of what overextension is. It's not a good feeling. Anyway. So we don't want to undo our progress. That's why, as a rule of thumb, you only want to invest money that you're not going to need for at least a year from now, moving forward. Why overextending is tempting? Overextending doesn't usually come from greed. It comes from coincidence mixed with excitement. People start thinking, this is working. I should do more. I don't want to miss out. That's not foolishness. That's momentum without restraint. Learning how to get a hold of our emotions, right? What overextending actually costs. Overextending quietly steals peace. It creates pressure to be right, stress during pullbacks, forced decisions, emotional attachment. When positions are too large, every move feels personal. That's not investing, that's anxiety. All right. What discipline adding look like? Prepared people add differently. Let me say that one more time. Prepared people add differently. Discipline adding means adding in layers, not in lumps. Keeping margin intact. making sure you still have some extra after you invest. Being able to pause without stressing. Never needing one position to work. You don't add because you feel confident. You add because it fits your plan, which is why it's always good to have a plan. It's always good to have a strategy. My chair has been moved, man. I got no room here. Yeah, so it's when you add, you want to always be able to add feeling confident. And you want to add because it fits your plan. So know your plan, have a plan, right? I've said it countless times, and I will always say it. If you fail to plan, then guess what, my friend? You automatically plan to fail because you have no goal, you have no aim, and you're just happy with whatever. And whatever might have you in the red. But you don't know that because you didn't have a plan. Anyway, moving on. Simple rules that helps. Here's a simple way to think about it. If adding makes you nervous, you're probably adding too much. That's something only you can gauge for your own self. We are all our own CEOs of our own portfolios, right? Good addition feels calm, manageable, reversible if need be. If peace disappears, then it's probably time to scale back. Weekly stewardship check-in. Guess you get tired of hearing me say that. But there'll be a benefit to it, right? As part of my own discipline, I continue building steadily. I say that not to look, everybody's their own CEO of their own portfolio. Hopefully you hear it when I say it, and you make that a part of your discipline when it comes to investing. Or, hey, do it your own way. I add responsibly, not emotionally, always protecting margin and peace, right? That approach keeps growth sustainable. I don't know about you, but I like to sustain my growth. My missus told me many years ago, she said, don't start stuff you can't keep up. Don't start exposing me to this if you can't keep up. Don't start doing this. I said, man, that's kind of crazy. But she was telling me what she liked and what she expects. She likes sustainability, right? I've learned in my living, I like sustainability. It's good. This is how you stay in the game long term. So, growth doesn't require overcommitment. It requires wisdom and restraint. Add in a way that lets you sleep at night because peace is part of your progress. I don't know about you, but I like to sleep good. If this helps you think differently about adding and restraint, please hit that like, subscribe, and share it with someone. Build steadily, stay flexible, walk in wisdom, my friend.